29.
28.
27.
26.
25.
24!
23.
22. 21.
20.
19.
18.
17.
16.
15.
14.
13. 12.
11.
10.
8.
6.
6. What happened to 7?
7.
5.
4.
3.
2. 1. 0.
Well, how have you all been? I have had a special kind of day. Yeah, it's been unique around here. But I was looking forward to this because we missed Friday when I really didn't need to. Mock Clown, I apologize. I had to take you off the list of paying members. Steve Wallace, I wanted to mention there is a YouTuber named Steve Wallace. He's a Canadian dude. Steve Wallace, he does a lot of camping stuff. His wife just recently passed away. He did a lot of like covert camping videos. He has a great channel. I love watching it. And if you guys would be ever so kind as to go over and drop him a like and some kind words. His wife passed away while they were sleeping the one night. So it was, oh, hey, Mark Clown. Now I got to add you back in. It was so much easier. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll ring that. Oh, here's a free bell. That's the last free bell you get. So Mark Clown gets a bell. And Aiden, that you get. It's just a little one. Just a little one. I know. He even spells it different. It's Camping with Steve. It's amazing. Yeah, he always talked about his beautiful wife. It's pretty sad. Mike looks Canadian with that flannel. This is not a Canadian flannel. It's not a Canadian flannel. This is a Zero Foxtrot. This is the same colors as, if you look, it has the original, we called them the Desert M&Ms. Let me see, can I get a good view of it? The old original camouflage pattern, the desert camis. Zero Foxtrot is a company that does a lot of stuff for veterans. It's a veteran-owned, veteran-operated company. Winston Cobretti has sent me a bunch of their stuff, and all their clothing line is good. I'm going to see if I can't get an affiliate link with them. So, yeah, I know, Steve. Different Steve. Mock Clown says I can add him back in. It's not going to be fun. I have to tell you guys something. I called it Mystery Monday because I have no idea what we're going to talk about. But I did come up with one thing that I wanted to mention. I'm really upset with Grant and Gavin Hawk. I have a couple of really good out the fronts. And then I got this thing. This Deadlock, which is just amazing. It's amazing. The only knife on the channel that's ever gotten a perfect. Like the only knife I've ever uttered the words perfect about. The only one, right? It's Grant. Grant, like Brass Brigade? Who are we talking about here? What am I missing here? Oh, hey. Camping with Steve, not me. Tartan. How's your daughter doing? My daughter's doing better. She's still not great. Still not great. There's a lot of stuff we have to do. But at any rate, so Grant and Gavin Hawk made this knife. No, Grant. Okay, Grant and Gavin Hawk. Completely different people. They made this knife. And now all the other really nice knives. Hey, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if you send me stuff on Instagram, there's a good chance I'm not going to look at it. I very rarely check my DMs on Instagram. So at any rate, I got this. This is Nico's. Yes, I know, but I know. I have a Grant gripper here. But just because a guy's name is Grant doesn't mean it's the same Grant. I said Grant and Gavin Hawk, as in Hawk Knives, the Hawk Deadlock. At any rate, just Christ, get me sidetracked, clown. All of these other out the fronts, they just pale in comparison. Like, I honestly might sell my Microtechs, my Microtech OTFs, just to try and get enough money to get one of these, because I just can't. There's no comparison. There is absolutely no comparison. I thought that this was the one. I thought this was the one that was going to take it for the top mounted buttons. This is good. This is way better than the Benchmade. It is really good. This is a great, great knife. This is that Harkins Triton. I thought this was the pinnacle of the body mounted, like this. You know how instead of being side mounted, like the body mounted, the mid body mounted, I thought this was the pinnacle. I thought that this beat the Benchmade, which was the Benchmade Infidel. Is, you know, that's the premier one. That's still good. It's got a serrated edge. I don't like that, but I'm like, that's really good. As good as this is shit. This makes every other good OTF feel like you have a pile of fecal material in your hand. So, oh, you have it. Yeah, you guys want to hear it? You guys want to hear it? That was loud. Ooh. I feel tingly. I was going to mention that Alice. Oh, sorry. I was going to mention that Alice over at Alicord Paracord has started her own website, and if you use my code CrazySharp, you get a discount. It's a coupon for free shipping for anything over. Mike, you're making me want that Deadlock, and I know what happened last time you made me want a knife. It doesn't leave my side. Yeah, I mean, if this was mine, this would be in my pocket all the time. Fuck the cops. I don't care. Like, cops pull me over here. Well, that's illegal. Play with it. Like, honestly, this is what I would say to a cop. If a cop pulled me over and he took that and he goes, you know, this is illegal. I'm like, go ahead, play with it. He'd be like, just don't get caught with it again. That's exactly how it would end up. I'd hand this to a cop and he'd be like, yeah, this is a switchblade. These are illegal. And you'd be like, deploy it. He'd be like, ooh. I was like, now pull it back in and listen to it. Ooh. Here, take it. Get out of here. Don't let me see you again for the rest of the day. That's how that would play out. I don't know any cop that wouldn't get these giggles when he went, woohoo, yee. It's going to happen. So, yeah, Mystery Monday. As in mystery, we still don't know what's wrong with my fucking daughter either. I just want to, this is one of those situations where as a parent, you kind of just want to, you want to go find somebody that looks like somebody you don't like, just beat the shit out of them just to feel better about it, because you're like, I have to tell you a story. Hopefully my kid's doctor doesn't watch this. So kids in the hospital, we go to the emergency room and they're like, oh yeah, we've got her all hydrated. So we'll just send her home. And I'm like, so we come back in a couple days then, right? And they're like, no, you can't keep bringing your daughter back to the emergency room just because she's dehydrated. She's just going to have to take little sips of water. I'm like, she can't keep a little sip of water down. This was when we went to the emergency room. And they were like, they're like, well, I mean, I don't, and it reached a point where they're like, well, we're going to discharge her. I'm like, my kid's staying here for one of two reasons. And you got to remember, I'm at the military, the naval hospital. I used to work physical security there. I know response times and routes and how far it is from one point A to point B. And I'm like, I look at the doctor and I was like, I'm going to tell you something right now. I was like, it's about to get real expensive in here because there's two reasons that my kid is going to stay here. And I'm going to tell you the only way this is going to play out. It's like either you admit her and she stays here at the hospital, or you're going to have to wait for my wife. You're going to have to keep custody of my kid until my wife shows up because I'm going to be in custody of the cops. He's like, what? And I was like, here's the deal. Like, I'm going to start breaking stuff. And I see a lot of really expensive stuff here to break. And I looked at him. I was like, I'm not excluding people. I was like, I used to work for the security department here. I was like, I wrote a lot of the instructions for this facility. I was like, I know it takes 7 to 9 minutes to get an armed response to this emergency room. And he looked at me. I was like, that's an awful long time for me and you to be this close. And so then the head pediatrician comes down and said that they're going to admit my daughter. And I was like, that's a wise choice. It's a wise choice. It's better for all. It's just better for everyone. And so that was the first time I almost punched the doctor. And the second time was they had a test scheduled for my daughter that they were going to do. And the doctor came in and he was like, oh, so we'll get this test. He's like, you haven't eaten anything, have you? And we were like, yeah, she had breakfast. And he goes, oh, that's not going to work. She should have been on a NPO. And I was like, you're her doctor. Did you not put it in? He goes, well, I wasn't sure if we are going to do it. So I just didn't get it put in. And I was like, so you're going to tell my doctor, you're going to tell, he's like, we'll just do it on the 14th. And I was like, 14th is a while away. I was like, I really, and then my daughter started crying because she had wanted to get the test done because there was a chance that she might have an answer to what was going on. And he had just fucking shit on it. I almost came up out of my chair when he left. I came out and I wound up talking to a retired admiral that was running the pediatric ward. And I was like, look, here's the deal. I don't give a fuck why he didn't do it. If he knew he wanted to do this test today, he should put in an NPO last night so she knew not to eat anything after 8 o'clock last night. And he was like, I agree. And I was like, unacceptable. I was like, either he doesn't give a shit or he's just not good at his job. But either way, he probably should find a different profession and not be practicing on my daughter. And he looked at me and goes, oh, she's getting her test tomorrow. I was so mad I was shaking. I had to go for a walk. He was like, I see how upset you are. She's getting her test. And I was like, don't let him come back and talk to me today. And he was like, what? I was like, don't let him come back in the room and say anything to me today for the rest of the day. Like nothing. Like I don't want to fucking see. He made my daughter cry, and he must be punished. So he needs to stay the fuck away from me till I calm down a little bit. So almost punch doctors. Don't punch doctors. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. Like I wouldn't recommend it. It's probably not the best course of action. So I do have to say that it's probably because they were undermanned. Guys, what's in everyone's pocket? I'm carrying something I haven't carried in a while. You guys want to see what it is? It's my Artisan Mastiff. I had it out. I have 2 knives in my pocket that I haven't carried for a while. I had 2 knives out for size comparison earlier. I haven't. Oh, you can't see it. It looks gray. It's definitely a green Sabenza. Had this out, and I was using it for size comparison. I was like, yeah, it hasn't been in my pocket for a while. So I stuck it right in my pocket, and then I had this out, and I was like, I haven't carried that either. I love the finish on this. Customized Ahab. Norseman, Benchmade Rift, Kaiser Beg Letter, and a Sabib. Hey, did you guys see the incredible deal that apparently was up? Somebody had a deal on a Beg Letter. I know 2A Dave posted it in the Gilded server. Guys, paying members, join the Gilded server. I do have to say, if you are still in the Gilded server and you have not paid your monthly, probably either tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to be booting people. So I will start booting people from the server. I haven't done it for a while. I haven't bounced the server for a while. CrazySharp, is your daughter a pink girl? No, she's half Asian. She's a little bit off-white, kind of an almond. I don't know where we're going with this. Happy with Zabenza Steel. Yeah, always have been. It's my second one. My first one was in BG62 steel, and then this one is in S35VN. After they upped the Rockwell a little bit. It's still softer, I still love it though because it's so easy to strop up. Matter of fact, stropped it up today. Came right back up. It is terrifyingly sharp. Mock count. How do you get the Gilded server? Well, if you're a paying member, you go back and you find a post where I put it, or hit me up on Instagram and I'll send you a link to it. What was this? Aaron said half off on a beg glitter. Yeah, that was Kaiser Silver in S35. Is it the silver? I bet it's the sliver. I did the same thing when I did the review. Is the skinny one? James, what's up, y'all? Let's see. Guys, my back hurts. I need to fix this chair. Hey, 30 people here. I can't see how many likes, but there's 30 people here. Guys, I want to thank everyone. If you didn't see it, my buddy Israel over at Arcane Designs, he auctioned off a knife for me to donate to, because even though most of the bills are paid, I have a bill for all of the food that was consumed in the hospital. I have some other charges and some of her medical stuff that she has going forward is not covered under TRICARE. Well, it is and it isn't. So some of the tests and things that she's having done are definitely going to be pricey. And some of her new medication as well. Let's see here. Some girls are really into the color pink. Others hate anything girly. I want to send you something for her. Her favorite colors are green and blue, predominantly green. She's not like into pink. She really never has been. So, don't be a culpus. Don't be a culpus. What the fuck is it? What does that even mean? Don't be a culpus. Welcome. Live long and prosper. I don't know what that means. How's she feeling? She still feels like shit, so. A large good Griptilian 20 CV. That's a good knife. You know what? I've sharpened a lot of Griptilians. I never owned one. I have never owned a Griptilian. And it's one of the only Benchmade knives I actually like. It really, really is. I love this. This is a very nice. Okay, so being in the Middle East, broke my thermostat. Jabal Ali and Dubai, I think, were the culprits. Either that or doing security on oil platforms in the middle of the fucking Persian Gulf. So I'll get to that in a second. So it's 72 degrees out here. And that's only because I've got all the lights and stuff on. The coffee pot was on, and the PS5 was on, and it generates heat. So that's a skewed thing. It's probably 68, 69 degrees in here, because the thermometer, the electronic thermometer that's on the wall, is right next to my PS5, which puts off a lot of heat. Guys, I'm literally like, I woke up this morning, I was like, oof, it's flannel weather. And I got out my flannel, and I was like, I'm digging it. So you're going to see a handful of videos where I'm wearing this because it lives out here in the shop. It's a really nice flannel. This is that Zero Foxtrot. So if you guys go and check out Zero Foxtrot's channel, it is owned, operated, everything in Texas by veterans. It's a really good company. Winston Cobretti has sent me a bunch of their t-shirts. This is a fleece that they had. Great. Super comfortable. It's not too hot. It's just about perfect. I don't get anything from it. It's just a good company. You should go check it out. So, carried an overpriced Benchmade Mini Freak. The Mini Freak's not a bad knife. It is overpriced. All Benchmades are overpriced. You get some Bell. You get, let's do Special Bell. Had all that I can stand. Oh, hey there. Do they charge you for the shitting pants? Shitting pants. I don't. I don't know what the shit in pants was. I didn't see that on the bill. Like, hey, did you shit in your pants? No. Okay, she is feeling better. She's not throwing up anywhere near as much as she was, but she's still throwing. Like, we're at the point where it's like, I was like, how many times did she show up today? She's like 4. I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, that's still not fucking normal. But it's definitely way more normal than 30, which I honestly have to say, I feel so guilty for not realizing how bad it got. Like, I hadn't seen it. So, what are we doing next? We got ZTO 562 Tuxedo Knife Modders 80 and an 80 20.5. I had to take the 80 20.5 out of my pocket. It was driving. It was taking up all my pocket time. It's a fun little fidgety knife. So, Gilded is exactly like Discord. Yes, it is. It is. But I don't fucking like Discord's fucking politics. So I just don't choose not to use them. It's the same reason I don't drink Starbucks coffee. One, I don't like fucking Starbucks coffee. Fucking horrible. Oh! I have a discount code for Coffee Brand Coffee. It's CrazySharp. Or you can use the affiliate link that I put in the new videos because it's built into it. Just like the one. Guys, this is fun. I'm starting to get some really good affiliates. I have Coffee Brand Coffee. There's a 5% discount when you use my coupon code or my affiliate link in the videos. Fucking assholes. Doll Strong Knives, who is now going to start sponsoring some videos for me. There's a 10% discount off anything you purchase when you use my affiliate link. Right now, my VPN, Atlas VPN, which is the one I'm using right now while we're streaming, is, I believe right now, 85% off for a 2-year subscription. 2 years for like $44. Like, do that math. That's cheap. And then what else has a discount? I got a bunch of discount codes with some of my. I also have a new. If you're flying domestic, I have an affiliate down below that will help you pick your cheapest flights, and you get 3% off of airfare by using my affiliate link. So that's the only one of them that I haven't tried. So, like I said, I drink Coffee Brand Coffee all the time. Dow Strong Knives sent me a bunch of stones that you saw the video today that I tested. I love those stones. They're amazing. Lacey was saying that she said that they dished out those. I think she might have some stones mixed up. Those stones are hard as shit. Even the fine one where I did get some cuts in it, holy shit, they're hard. So that's one that I know. I drink the Coffee Brand Coffee all the time. I use Atlas VPN as my VPN. The only one I haven't tested is the airfare consolidator, and that's like 3% off airfare, but airfare is expensive. It was a high of 70 degrees and 42 when I walked outside in short sleeves. No. That's cold. What is this? Got the CF S90V the other day. For what? The Griptilian? Oh, somebody was saying the Hogue Ritter. Yeah, I know the Hogue Ritter is great. I just haven't gotten one. I don't have either one of them. Mike, chat, if you run out of things to do tonight, I'm up for ripping Cutlery Corner later. I actually may see what the paying members are doing. I owe them a movie day because I had internet problems over the weekend. Depending on who's still awake, I may just pull up a TV show and we'll watch a TV show. The Hobbit is here. Holy shit. Nico, have you been checking the comment section? Like, I have a channel manager named Nico, and I can't pay him because I barely get paid. But it's his job is to check the comment section. I got some fucked up shit in my comments the last couple days. Just kidding, Nico. I know he's busy. Nico and Bridget bought a house, and Nico is doing most of the remodeling. They charged you for all the food, but did they give you a refund on her returned food? No. I have to say, I was very surprised. I ate in the galley. Most galleys you can't eat at because the whole difference between military, retired, and accounting purposes. But I ate at the base galley there at the hospital, and I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised at the quality of the food. So the first day I had French toast, egg ham and cheese omelet, which it's the typical like Navy omelet. It was probably boxed eggs that were already scrambled, and they just poured it out, and then they put like cheap government cheese on it. But it was tasty, and the French toast was really good. So I had 2 chunks of omelet, 2 pieces of French toast, coffee, Navy coffee. That's the shit that you put creamer in it. It doesn't change color. And you're like, oh yeah, that's it. That's the business right there. That shit is going to keep me awake for days. That's one cup, and that's all the caffeine you need for the rest of the day. It's like you just cut out a chunk, suck on it. $3.25 for 4 items, cup of coffee. And you get a free refill on your coffee. They're like, no, the coffee's free. Like, it's just, you only pay once. And I'm like, really? And she's like, do you really think you need another cup? And I was like, probably not, but I'm gonna have it. So I ate it. You just don't drink any more coffee for the rest of the day. Like 9 o'clock at night, I'm still like, I haven't blinked. My eyes hurt. I can't blink. But at any rate, let's see here. I miss Navy coffee. Like, they know how to make that. It's so strong. No, because we're not Canucks. You freaking hoser. We don't have a Tim Hortons here. I think there's a Tim Hortons in my hometown. Well, not even my hometown, the county seat. JB, I still have your knives. I need to do the Jim Skelton stuff, but I will tell you, like, if you need your knives back, JB, I absolutely will get them back to you. I've got to get through some of these knives that Jared sent. I'm so far behind. Guys, I have boxes of knives that have come in for you that are sitting on the floor. So I know I've been asking you guys to send me emails about knives that maybe you would like to see. Oh, also, I had somebody send in a knife for a donation for giveaway for the thing here. What is this, Stacy? Forgive me for not saying personal hellos. My hand's bothering me. Yeah, I saw you got your hand pretty fucked up. Have you thought of taking a drive to the Mayo Clinic in Phoenix? No, we have an idea of what's wrong. It's just there's a lot of tests that go with it, and it's not all physical. There's a mental aspect that anxiety can play into. So we have an idea as to what it is. I'm not going to really get into it, but it's a muscle spasm issue that she's basically going to have to reteach her body what to do when food hits her stomach. It's a spasm that squeezes and causes pressure in the stomach, and just basically it eventually reaches a point where the esophageal sphincter just is like, I can't take this, and it's painful, and it causes it's called rumination syndrome, and it happens. It does happen, and it's not real common, but there is a treatment. But a lot of it is basically her reteaching her body and relaxation techniques and things like that. So, what is this? It was the Mini Freak. Did you get the package today? Yes. Which package? With the Mini Roach? James, was that you that sent the Mini Roach? I believe. I didn't look at the pack. I knew that somebody was sending me. That is going to be used for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. There is a Mini Roach here at the house in green that's going to be part of the giveaway. I am going to try and polish the scales. Am embarrassed. I was just kidding. We don't have Tim Hortons here. What branch of service I serve in? I was in the Navy, clown. I got medically retired just at the 18-year mark. What happened, Robert? There we go. Works wonders if you're backed up. What? Aaron B, what are we? Pete's Coffee. Man, I remember when I was in the Navy. You wake up in the morning, fucking cup of coffee, Smoke a cigarette, you're out on the pier, and you're like, ooh, I gotta hit the porta potty before I go back in. So, am embarrassed. Let's see here. What branch did I serve in? Aiden, does Navy coffee clear MREs? No. Navy coffee will just make you acutely aware of the fact that you're blocked up and you're wide awake and you can't sleep through it. Meals refusing to exit. But you get some bell. So I used to love open fire coffee over a campfire. And so I've recently started doing this. I have a smoke gun because I don't have a smoker. So a lot of times I'll cook things sous vide and I'll torch it, but then I put it under the smoke gun, under a dome. I started doing that with my coffee. It's fucking amazing. The other day, when I got home and my daughter was like finally getting some actual good sleep. Sleep in the hospital sucks. They were checking her vitals like every fucking hour. I made bacon, eggs, hash browns, and coffee, and I put it all under the dome, and I smoked all of it. My wife was so mad because the house smelled like a campfire, but it was delicious. It tasted like I cooked it over a campfire. That's exactly what it tastes like. Been itching for my Deadlock bad. I was just talking about how I'm really upset with Grant and Gavin Hawk because of it. Oh, that's not it. That's the second I pushed the button, like, that's shit. This has ruined every other good fucking OTF I've ever handled. This is the best. It's the best. I have one more video to do about it, Nico, and then you are more than welcome to come down here and pick it up. I'm not shipping this fucking thing through the mail. You know how dangerous that seems? I almost don't trust. I would almost not trust a bonded courier with this thing. It's amazing. If you lost this, like if this got lost in the mail, I'd cry. I'd cry because I want to borrow it again. My dad did something like that to get that caused him. Huh? Yeah, that's the concern. Is we've got to get the vomiting under control, or she's going to wind up with Barrett's esophagus, which is a condition of my brother-in-law has it. It's a condition that's caused after a lot of vomiting, and you can also get it from eating tons of spicy food and stuff. At least we got it early. Now we know, we have an idea. I finally mailed out that horrible ring lock kudu for you. Oh, thank you. I forgot that's coming. Yes. Campsite boiled sassafras root. Honest to God, sassafras tea. My dad used to make it all the time. We used to make actual root beer. My dad used to make sassafras tea. It was amazing. And the chemical that's in it really isn't that dangerous. Like, they've looked at it and, in comparison to things that aren't illegal now, it's so innocuous. So, yeah. Hey, Brant's here. Brant, I heard your channel was getting hit with strikes. Go through, make your channel private, and go through and all of your videos en masse, mark them as not for children. You have to do that, or you're going to continue to get child welfare stuff on your channel. Shredder Knife Reviews, their channel got another strike as child abuse. And I was talking with the father of the duo. I'm going to try and get him on the channel so they can talk about what's going on. Probably here one of the Fridays. Love the smell of perked in the middle of nowhere. Robert, are you okay? CCKS is coming up, so I can wait. I'm probably not going to go. I don't have any place to stay now. Tino fucked me. So I don't have any place to stay. So I am probably not going. So there's that. I can't afford a hotel room. Something about eggs on coals. There's something about the smoky taste. The eggs, fatty things that pick up smoke are always great. I'm gonna double smoke a salmon with it. Yeah. I thought I told. I was very. No. I'm pretty sure I told you. I'm pretty sure I told you, Nico. Gino, fuck pothead, fucked us again on it. Happened last year too. It happened last year too. At any rate, what I was saying was, fatty foods that you smoke are great. I am going to double smoke some. It's probably too late now. Here's the thing. It doesn't really matter because at this point, it's this month. I guarantee it's already booked out. I can't go. Like I said, now after I find out I don't have any place to stay, now's when you find out, like, oh no, sorry, we're full. So you can't go anyway. So no, it wasn't Hobbit. It was our other buddy. What was it we were talking about? I'm gonna, Jesus Christ. There, I have to keep it up there. I'll lose track of what I was saying. Foods the fatty foods that pick up that smoky taste. I'm gonna get a salmon fillet, and I'm gonna smoke it for like an hour with that smoke gun. Smoke it for like an hour and just let it sit in that smoke for like an hour, absorb as much of it as it can. Then I'm gonna cook it and I'm gonna smoke it again. I think it'd be great. We can talk about it. I may look. I don't know. I just like to blame The Hobbit for everything. Yeah. If The Hobbit was a rapper, never mind. I already sent the picture to the Gilded server. Like, you can't use that joke twice. I'll say if The Hobbit was if The Hobbit was a rapper, he'd be 25 cents. Yeah. What's this? I was doing some research on this today, so you can't get a strike if someone reports your videos on YouTube, or are strikes only from community guidelines. See, here's the thing. I don't really want to talk bad about my boss at the office. But who fucking knows? YouTube, I don't think YouTube even knows how the guidelines of community strikes fucking work at this point. No one does. No one does. You can't, like, you read it and you're like, okay, that makes sense. And then you get a guideline strike. You're like, whoa. Or you get the best, my favorite. You guys ready for this? Yes, here's Mystery Monday. Here's one for you. The best is when they come out and they say, hey, we know that you've done videos about this topic, but from now on, that topic is it's over the line. You can't do it anymore. But videos you've done, anything like there's a 90-day grace period. Anything that's older than 90 days, we won't strike you for. We won't take those videos down. You're like, cool. 2 weeks later, you have like 8 videos that get taken down or demonetized, and you're like, what the fuck? Bearded Doom is here. Yo, what's up, Beard? You're right. Bearded Doom is the man. Damn the man. I watched Empire Records last night. Damn the man. Such a good movie. If you haven't ever watched Empire Records, you owe it to yourself to watch Empire Records. I don't know. Nico, we'll get it. Let's get it figured out. Maybe we will go. Maybe we'll just share a room. We'll see what's going on. What happened? What did Bearded Doom do? Oh, did he just gift a bunch of subscriptions again? Damn it. I have to tell you that, one, Bearded Doom, you are the man. You fucking rock. You're gonna get something special one of these days. I don't know what it is yet. I have to say it again. That the only knife that has ever come close to getting a perfect rating, besides the one that did. Oh yeah, you get tons of cowbell. Let's do a special cowbell for. Let's see here. We got to do.
Do we want cold bell?
Do we want
Satan Bell. This is what it sounds like in the Church of Satan. That's not good.
I think we should do Echo Bell with techno. I don't like that.
What the fuck was that, Mike? I don't know. I have no idea what that music was.
That was not good music. That wasn't good. I was like, techno, and I'm like, let's play that again. What is this? Now that is not techno. I pushed the kiss button to stop it. Bro, Bearded Doom, thank you much, sir. I wish, sounds like a 55-gallon drum. Yes, it does. I just wish that people, so like if you got gifted a subscription, utilize it. Like no one, the last couple times, like if you got gifted a subscription, please go at least check out the Gilded server. Because we have a lot of fun there. I announce movie days. The only people that watch movies, Dave and will be sometimes Chuck It. I put up sometimes once or twice a week, I put up a link and we watch a movie and we share our cameras and we all talk. We do all kinds of stuff. So if you got gifted a membership, utilize it. Don't waste it. We have a lot of fun with that Gilded server. And if you like it, you can stick around. No one gifted me. God damn it. Oh, shit. I can't do it from here. Grant, I can't do it from here. I would gift you a subscription, which is kind of silly. It's counterproductive for the person that owns a channel to gift someone. But I'll tell you what I can do. I'll just send you a fucking link to the server. And you can just come hang out in the server. So last time it was just me and Mike until his internet gave out. Yeah, I had problems with my internet. That's what I'm talking about. I may, because I owe the paying members. Still, I didn't do a live. I haven't done a members only live feed. Don't worry about it, Doom. I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna send Brant a link to the server, so at least he can have that benefit without having to pay for it. You know, that's kind of cool. I noticed that some. Thought I saw something. Why does it look like that? Why does it always look as though one side of my head is crooked? I don't know. Fuck it. I don't care. Yeah, I did notice that it's random because there were some people that you gifted a membership to that already were members. You know what I mean? You have to turn on accept gifts also. Yeah, hey, there you go. Your head is cockeyed. My head was cockeyed. I just have one eye right in the middle of my forehead. Come on, don't use words that don't make sense. I do think it is my head that's... Y'all, I think you're right. I think my head's crooked. I don't know. I don't want a free membership, Doom. I just want some use. Really? Maybe it was just okay. Well, maybe because I noticed that there were people that were gifted a membership that were members, and maybe they had lapsed. Maybe that's what it was. I got a janky noggin. I got a crooked beard. I will tell you. My father used to love to tell the story about how when I was born, it was a violent birth. It took a long time, and my mom was in labor for a long time. And he's like, you remember you kids loved that movie, The Goonies? I was like, yes, we know. He's like, your head was all fucked up when you were born. I was like, thanks, Dad. He goes, no, not really. We had to roll you like every hour so your head came out at least somewhat normally shaped. He's like, your head was all crooked, your ears. And so when the movie Goonies came out, he was watching it with us one time, and John Matusak's character, Sloth, comes on, and he was like, oh, you're good. And my dad was like, see, that's what you looked like when you were born. He's like, your head was all fucked up. I was like, thanks, Dad. Glad we could have this enjoyable bonding conversation. What happened? What is this? He doesn't see the chat milestones, but I just passed 13 months of paying membership. I don't always watch, but still love you. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I don't see the milestone emails that your posts that you guys put. I can't see. I don't know why it doesn't show them. It doesn't show me any of that stuff. It does show me when someone joins, but I can't see what level they joined at, stuff like that. So, yeah. And my dad was like, yeah, we had to roll your ass every hour on the hour. He's like, we had an alarm set. It's like, we'd roll your ass every hour. We'd have to roll you over. Just get your head to come out round. He's like, is it still pointy on top? And he'd touch the top of my head. He'd go, goddamn cone head. He's like, I fucking told you. I was like, Dad, we're having dinner with my girlfriend. Appreciate it if you didn't, maybe keep referencing the fact that I had one eye lower than the other when I was born. He goes, yeah, boy's head was fucked up. Is that what this Doom Hank is for? I don't know what we're even talking about. I lost some stuff here. I'll take the bike on. What the fuck is going on in my chat? What are you guys doing in my chat? You're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble. No, Ross. Doom Hanks are kill rags. What the fuck? Hey, talk to me. That's why we have this. That's why we have these conversations. If you go to the tab where you can join the channel, there'll be a tab that shows gift settings. Click that and enable it on your channel if you want to be able to have a membership gifted to you. I see. I mean, I honestly have not turned that on any of the channels because the fact is, if I'm really picky about channels that I support. I'm probably going to support Cole, but there's only 2 channels. I take that back. There are 3 channels that I support financially. I'm just kidding, Stacy. You guys can chat. There's 3 channels that I support financially. I support Good Mythical Morning, Mythical Society. I actually pay and have for a very long time. As a matter of fact, I got an album of Rhett and Link singing Boot Scoot. Was it Boot Scoot and Boogie? I can't remember which. It's a vinyl album. I have the Dolls That Talk. I have a onesie. I have a comic book. I have like all of their merch because I get 1 free item a quarter. I have so much stuff. And there was a lot of times that I didn't reimburse that because it just was stuff I didn't want. And I'm like, you know what? There's only so many of them. Not all of them get, what is this? Doom is selling underwear like those Japanese vendors. You guys ready for this? I'll tell you a story about Japan. So, I got to ring a bell. Thank you, Aiden. Aiden should get a special episode just because he donates. Not just like, if you were to look at it, like you have some bigger donations, like people donate 20. Jared donated 140 that time. Some other people have donated and they're like, match this, and they dump that. Aiden dumps several $2 donations per video. And he doesn't have to. He's already a paying member. I've told him before. I was like, you don't have to do that. Paying members, like, I don't expect the paying members to drop super chats. I appreciate it, but I'm not expecting. I was like, you guys already pay me for very little. And you're dropping super chats. And I really appreciate it. It shows me how much you like. But the fact is, Aiden, if you were to go across and track down from the time I started getting super chats till now, the number of times that Aiden has donated, he is by far the biggest supporter of this channel. Like, he's dropping like $6, $8, $10 sometimes per super chat or per video 3 times a week for over a year. And he doesn't have to. And I've told him that. He doesn't have to. He just likes to hear the bell. So, I mean, I appreciate it. I'm not telling you guys, like, I'm just saying, like, you guys already pay me for very, very little extra that you get as being a paying member. But you do get to hear stuff like this. See, here's the thing. You get stuff like this. What other channel gives you the action of a knife in an echo chamber? I don't go spreading it around. I don't want somebody stealing my thunder. So I forget what I was getting ready to say. Yes, there we go. Those little amounts add up. Anyway, back to the Japan thing. So we would go out. We had a friend that lived out in the, he had a garage that he was running. It was up on the side of a mountain. And we would go out and do stuff in crazy little areas. We go out to the park and we would go out to these parks and places that are out in the middle of nowhere. And we would go drink and hang out and do things. And we really kind of got into Japanese culture. We kind of really got into we really became part of the Japanese community there in that small town we were in. We had a lot of Japanese friends. So me and my roommate, we would go out and do shit. Right? So at one time we would go out and we just try to find places. We'd try to get lost and see if we could find our way back. Like we would drive out to areas where there were no green "Help me, I'm American, I'm lost" signs, which was the signs that were in Japanese and English. You driving out there, you're like, there's no "Help me, I'm lost" signs. We're going where we want to go. Out in the middle of nowhere, we get lost. Jesus. I don't know what kind of engine he's driving, but there was it had enough electrostatic fucking interference that I could hear it like, over my microphone. Anyway, so we're out in this area. There's no lights. And we're like, there's nowhere to turn around. This is one of those roads where you're like, I hope no one's coming downhill. Because if you're coming uphill, downhill has right of way. So you have to back up and there's no way to pass. Not a single way to pass. No way to pass anyone on this road, right? And all of a sudden we see a light and I'm like, hey, look, it's a little pull off and there's a fucking vending machine. Middle of nowhere. I mean, it is dark. Like if you didn't have if your headlights went out, you were fucked. You're to be driving by Braille. And so we pull off and I was like, we're going to turn around and head back. And so we pull off at this vending machine and I'm like, I get out because I got to take a leak. And he's like, I'm going to get something from a vending machine. And I hear him laugh. And I was like, what's that? And he's like, hey, man, come check this out. So I take a leak and I walk back over. And he's like, look at that shit. It was a vending machine with only panties. It was the only machine out there. It was the only thing out there. And it was full of panties. And I was like, he's like, have you ever seen this before? And I was like, I mean, I've heard jokes about it. And he goes, I've never seen this. And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, come around here. And it's one machine. It's two sides. And on the other side is videotapes, like porn. I'm sorry, can't say that. Prawn. You can't say prawn. Yeah, I can get away with one. Adult video cassettes on the other side with the same pictures of the girls that are on the panties on the front. So there was like faces, there were pictures with the panties. If you go around to the back, and he was like, so we're walking around this machine back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We're out there. And I'm like, this is weird. We weren't going to buy anything. And a car pulls up with 4 guys in it. And they're like, sumimasen, anato kaimono ima? I was like, no, we're not buying anything right now. He's like, oh, sumimasen. And they go up to the machine and they're buying tape and panties, tape and panties, tape and panties. They're buying sets. And I'm like, I was like, you guys drove all the fucking way. Like, there is nothing close. Like, I don't even remember seeing a house. We were up near a park. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Japan's a weird place. But You ain't interrupting my story. I'll just wait. It was, now here's the thing. This is something that is now like people in the States here just a few years ago started talking about this. This has been like the last 5 years. People are like, "Did you ever hear about this?" I was like, motherfucker, 1998, 99 time frame. I saw it. And they're like, bullshit. I'm like, and I tell them the story. And I don't believe you. And I'm like, I'll fucking call my roommate, Alan. He lives in fucking Florida now. Ooh, I need to check on him and see how he is after the hurricane. I haven't talked. I was like, I can call him. You fucking want to verify this story? As I just ask him about the panty machine, and he'd be like, "Holy shit, dude!" Like in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, Alan gets all wound up. He goes, "What the fuck?" So we're in the middle of fucking nowhere, Not even a soda machine. It's a goddamn panty machine. He's like, "It's the only place we found to turn around." And then he'll tell you, he's like, "I thought about buying it," and I was like, he's like, "Should we buy something?" I was like, "Get in the fucking car. Get in the fucking car. Get in the car, Baldy Locks. Get in the car. We're leaving." Turned around and drove back till we found a green "Help me, I'm American, I'm lost" sign. But yeah, this was early. Holy shit. Well, let's think. Alan, it's been 98. This had been 98 time frame. It was like 98 time frame because I met my wife we got married in 2001. So this would have been, yeah. 98. 98. I met my wife in like 99, end of 99. So this would have had to been 98 because Alan left before I got married. So stayed in touch with this dude. That's one of the things. If you ever work with somebody and then they leave and you're like, you never like, "Oh, that dude was cool. Whatever happened to him? Who fucking knows?" I got guys that I've stayed in touch with in the military forever. There's a dude named Aaron Kuzik. Aaron Kuzik. And I checked on board our first ship the same fucking day. We're still friends. I still talk to that dude. I still get text messages from him. He's been to my house here in San Diego before I sold the old place. Like, that's Alan. Stay in touch with him. Guys that I served with that I stay in touch with on a daily basis. Like literally talk to on a daily basis. There's a couple of guys that I talk to almost daily. My best friend Clint, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I had a moment yesterday. You ever have a moment like you ever have a really good friend that leaves? Like if you're in the military, you'll have this happen. Mike should have gotten some souvenirs. No, hey, you did a show with the Knife Junkie. Yeah, Bobby's a good dude. So my best friend in the world, Clint, no longer lives here. He lives in Missouri. He's got a kid. He's got another one on the way. You guys seen Clint in some videos. Clint was a fucking nut. But I woke up Saturday and I was doing some stuff. And there was a song that came on the radio as I was puttering around out here in the garage and doing stuff and trying to figure out how I was going to film that Stones video, the knife sharpening video. And a song came on the radio and immediately I thought of Clint. And I was just like somebody kicked me in the gut. This is my best friend. I haven't gotten to see him in fucking 4 years almost. There was a song that came on the radio, made me think of him. And I realized I don't have a friend that randomly shows up at my house at 1:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday, goes, "Get in the fucking truck, fucker." Like, "Where we go?" He's like, "It's happy hour at the VFW. Get in the fucking truck." I don't have that friend anymore. I mean, I have a lot of really good friends, but there are some friends that you just really mourn when they leave. There are some friends that you make that you're never able to replace that type of feeling that you have once they're gone. And it really sucked. Like I was out here, I was like literally breaking down in tears. I haven't got to see him in like 3 years. He's like my brother. Like actually be closer. I say be closer, like a kid brother or maybe a son. They ETS or they PCS and that shit sucks without him. Yeah. There's some guys that just make everything better. And when they PCS, it fucking sucks. There's some guys that like, they're the only reason that you don't, that there's some friends that when they transfer, you know that the rest of the time you're there is going to suck until you like you're just like when they leave, you're like, fuck, how soon do I get to leave? Like everything was good, now they're gone. It really does suck. Yeah, it's fucking 73 degrees out here in the studio. It's fucking the fucking Jabal Ali in Dubai broke my thermostat. Hanging out in the sandbox for that many months broke my fucking thermostat. Like gets down to like 72, 73 degrees out here in the studio, and I get a little chilly. You're lucky to have friends like that. Rare, as you said, lucky to count on one hand. Yeah, I have a hand. My dad always told me, it's like, if you have one friend that you know, regardless what time of the day it is, what's going on in their life, doesn't matter. If you call them and say, hey, I need you, they're in the car or on a plane. He's like, if you got one friend like that in your life, count yourself lucky. And I was like, I got to do stock of it. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I got a handful. Like I literally have 5 people that I can think of off the top of my head that if I'm like, hey man, I need you here, like they're going to be like, bro, it's going to take me a day or two, but I'm on my way. You know what I mean? So what was this? What Murky say? It's like 52 here. It's nice. I love it when it's like this. I love being able to put on a flannel. I would much rather be a little bit chilly with a shirt on than when it was like 100 fucking degrees and humid here in the garage. So it is the best. It's currently, see that, like I said, that says it's 73, but that's on that wall. The PlayStation is still on. It's jamming heat right on that thing. It is currently outside and there's a fan blowing. 64 degrees outside. So yeah, military friends, making friends in the military is a completely different animal than making friends anywhere else in the world. Because like I said, like you're on like I had it, our bedroom was 90 guys. And out of those 90 guys, there's probably 30 of them that you worked all day with. Like you eat together, you sleep together, you watch movies together, you fucking sleep in the same room. And it was like you got racks 3 high, fucking 3 deep. So you got 9 people on each side of an aisle. And it's like the fucking, it's like the fucking, what do you want to call it? The Waltons. Night, John boy. Night, PJ. Not like you're telling each other good night shit. It's fucking, it's a unique experience. Oh, what did the Beard of Doom say? When it comes to friendship, better to have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. That's true. I mean, still all $1. I don't know how that math adds up different, but hey. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I mean, we can. Squad Bay life. Guys, like I will tell you, like, I think back on it and I'm like, I moved off the ship and moved out into an apartment. And I lived in the barracks for a little bit because I got in trouble because no, I didn't get in trouble. I'll tell you the story, but I was in the barracks for like 3 months. And I was like, this is fun. I was like, I don't understand why. I'm like, now on the ship, I think back on it, like, why the fuck did I move out? And then I was like, oh yeah, sex. That's why I got an apartment. Can't bring a girl back to the ship. You can't bring a girl back to a Squad Bay barracks. Can't do that. I'm like, why did I ever move off the ship? And I was like, oh, that's right. I wanted to get my noodle wet. So you can't. You can't if you live on a ship. But there's a lot of things that happen living in the barracks and living on a ship. I'll tell you why so I got my wallet stolen. Now, you want to talk about strict. So I was E5 at the time. So it's like, I was kind of up in the ranks. I was a senior E5, as a matter of fact. I was up for promotion to E6, and I made it just shortly after this. I just met my wife. We weren't engaged or anything yet. And so I was out in town, and I had taken my wallet out of my pocket, and I put it on the counter, and I turned away to talk to one of the girls, and someone stole my wallet. And I mean, there was money in it, but it wasn't that big a deal. I didn't have credit cards at the time. And I was like, well, shit. And then I was like, fuck, my ID. So all they got was a shitty like Sears and Roebuck wallet with like maybe $5 in it because I carried all my cash in my pocket. But what was in it was my ID, my military ID. And so I get back to the base and I report my ID is stolen. And at the time, I was on shore duty. So I had to get like a temp ID pass saying, hey, yeah, he turned him, like he got his ID lost. I had to fill out the thing. And so I get to work at the ordnance facility where I was acting as the, you ready for this? I was the ammunition distribution and control officer. I was filling an officer's spot as an E5. It was supposed to be a warrant officer spot. I was filling that. And so I get a call and like, hey, captain wants to see you. I was like the base captain? And they're like, yes. The fucking, the OIC was standing there. He's like, yes, the base captain. He's drinking coffee. He's grinning. He's like, he'd like to see you. Post haste. I'm like, he's like, that means you should probably stop what the fuck you're doing and go get in the truck and go the fuck to the base, see what the captain wants. Because the captain said he wants to see you like now. And I'm like, it's like, he goes, here's the keys to the Govy truck. I think you should fucking go. And I'm like, I think you're right. And so I show up and I'm standing there and I'm in a working uniform and knock at the captain's door. And the captain is like, oh shit, hang on a second. I got to plug in my computer. My phone, my computer's about to die. I never plugged it in. So, I'll tell you in a second. Hang on. Give me just a second. So I get to the captain's office, and the captain calls me in, and I was like, Petty Officer Ramler reporting is ordered, sir. He goes, I just got a request for a new identification card for you, Petty Officer Ramler. And I was like, yes, sir. He goes, came with a report from our security department saying that you seem to have lost your ID card. And I was like, well, I mean, technically you could say that, but I mean, it got stolen. I was out in town last night. He was like, were you drinking? And I was like, yes. And he goes, well, I read the statement. He's like, I'd like you to reiterate what you said. And I was like, well, I mean, I went out in town. I had a few drinks. And at this time, I was actually being pretty responsible. I wasn't going out to get drunk. I just went out for a couple drinks, place a pool. And he goes, so let me get this right. So you're out in town and somebody stole your ID and your wallet. I was like, yes. He goes, so you gave away your key to a high value military installation. I was like, well, I didn't really give it away, sir. And he goes, do you have it? I was like, no. He goes, do you know who has it? I was like, no. And he goes, so now this is pre 9/11. And he's like, so here's what I'm thinking, Petty Officer Emler. I know you live out in town. I was like, yeah. He goes, but for the next foreseeable future, you're going to live in the open bay barracks. You're going to go to and from work there. And I was like, and he goes, oh, don't worry. You're going to have to sign in. He's like, you know, I'm not restricting your liberty. He's like, but I'm going to get you a new ID card. He's like, but you basically are going to now live on base for the next foreseeable future, for the rest of the foreseeable future. I was like, I have a place out in town. He goes, oh, you keep your place out in town. He's like, you can go there every day. He's like, but he's like, you will sign in every night before midnight into the barracks. You will sleep there. You will go to work from there. You will do this, including weekends, until I decide that you've learned a little bit of responsibility. And I was like, I don't like this. He wasn't joking. That mean old motherfucker kept me in the barracks, kept me on base. I didn't fuck for 2.5 months. Well, that's a lie. On weekends, I get chicks to come over during the day. I slept in an uncomfortable ass fucking bunk in open bay barracks with piece of shit E1 through E3 who just were too dumb to find a place to stay or too shitty a sailor to get permission to live out in town. And I was like, I got my fucking. They're like, what are you doing here? Did you get in trouble? I was like, I got my wallet stolen. They're like, what the fuck was that? I don't fucking know. I had an IV at a bar out in town. Doc hooked me up at a bar. Like, he came out and he saw me. He looked at me and he goes, I'm like, you look like shit. I'm like, I'm just going to have a beer. It'll make me feel better. He goes, no, it's not. He goes, it might make you feel better, but it ain't going to help. I was like, what's your idea? And he goes, if you drink enough water real quick, I might be able to find a vein and give you a fucking bag of fluid. He comes back. He comes back like 15 minutes later. And he's fucking, he finds a hook above the bar and hooks a bag of lactated ringers up, fucking runs me a fucking line. Within 15 minutes, I was like, oh, it's so much better, Doc. How long did he pull it for? 2.5 months, Patina. 2.5 months. You're not joking. That will kill a cure right there. Like, that is the best. Like, if you've never had somebody hook you up to an IV to get rid of a hangover, like, I used to hang out with Doc just because, like, if we would go out drinking, drink till 4 a.m, have to be at PT at 6. At fucking 5:15, Doc was fucking give us IVs. He's like, you guys have got to stop doing this. You're going to get us all in trouble. It's like, what time did you leave the bar? I'm like, fucking 5-10 minutes ago. He's like, what the fuck are you thinking? We got PT. I know. I didn't say I was smart. Don't be dumb. You better be fucking tough. Jesus. Yeah, I was out in a bar. I was in a bar. I can't remember if it was Philippines or Thailand. I was so hungover. And Doc came out, and Doc was the beach guard. Had to have been Thailand. Doc was the beach guard. And he walked into the lobby hotel, the hotel bar, and he saw me and he goes, Jesus, Emler, you look like shit. I'm like, I don't feel good. It's fucking, guess what? Looks aren't deceiving. Fucking hooked me up with an IV. Yeah, it was interesting. I ran a PFA. I'd have to get Hawthorne on the phone for this. I ran a PFA, which is a physical fitness assessment. So I ran one. Shithouse. In jeans, t-shirt, and cowboy boots. Because I showed up, I'm coming back. Like, I literally slept at the bar. Like, when the bar closed, the girls at the bar let me sleep in a booth. And I was going back to the ship, and I'm walking through the park, and I see my entire command there, and they're all standing there like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, what are y'all doing here? And they're like, it's PRT, physical readiness test. And I'm like, oh shit. Back in the day, these kids got it easy. Back in the day, they ran it twice. There was the main one, and there was a makeup. There wasn't none of this shit like duty section 1 can do it on these days, and you had to run the PRT on fucking like 4 different days, and if you failed, you could take it again. Like, you had 3 or... No, you fucking got one shot at it, and then maybe if you didn't have duty on the makeup day, if you were really, really nice to the PRT coordinator, he'd let you run it a second time if maybe you'd flubbed your run or missed your push-ups. These kids get like 5 different fucking chances to run the PRT. They run it Monday through Friday. No, you got one shot. Everybody ran it on the same fucking day. Unless you were on duty and you came back for the makeup the next week. Because ain't nobody got time to run fucking 5 separate PRTs. At any rate, whole command's there, and they're like, PRT, Mike. And I'm like, oh, shit. They're like, you gonna change? And I'm like, into what? Like, this is what I got. And my division officer was there. He goes, I was E4. I was a petty officer, 3rd class at the time. He's like, Pastor Emler, you seem to be rather intoxicated. And I was like, that's a really polite way of saying I'm shit-faced. And he goes, well, yeah. He goes, I was like, I can run a PRT like this. He's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. I had a cigarette hanging out of my mouth, ball cap on, cowboy boots, jeans, t-shirt. He's like, I'll tell you what. I'll let you run the PRT like this. But if you fail, you're going to get a fit for duty physical. And I'm like, so if I fail, I fail. He goes, what? I was like, ain't no way I'm past a fit for duty physical. I'm shit-faced. And he was like, honesty's not always the best policy, Petty Officer Emler. I was like, hey, it happens. And so we do, like, I'm smoking a cigarette. He's like, you gotta put that out. So I put it out, and we did stretches, and then we did toe touch, and then we did push-ups and sit-ups, and I was fine on that. And there was like a 5-minute break. But I'm smoking a cigarette. He goes, stop smoking a cigarette. I was like, why? He goes, you're not supposed to smoke during the PRT. And I was like, why? And so they start to run. I've still got a cigarette hanging in my mouth. I got yelled at for running in cowboy boots, jeans with a cigarette hanging in my mouth. Motherfucker, I still passed. I got to work and my feet were fucked up. I was wearing leather sole, wood-heeled fucking cowboy boots and ran 1.5 miles in them. Man, my fucking feet and knees were fucked. 5 years, 2 combat tours out of Fort Drum, 2 years in Germany before they retired me due to being too broken. Yeah, that's why they've retired me. Hello, child. Would you like to come and say hi to everyone real quick? You're going to bed? You can come say hi to everyone. They're all wishing you well. That's going to be loud when that door closes.
Oh, I couldn't beat it.
So she's feeling better.
Ow.
Did you step on the baton?
Yeah.
Good night, baby. She's doing okay. I had to explain to her. We were talking about Tabasco sauce, and she's like, did you know that they use what do they call it? I was like, a petit bâton rouge. And she's like, I was gonna say little red stick, and I was like, well, it's Louisiana, and that's what they call a little red stick. She's like, why? I was like, because that's French for little red stick. Petit bâton rouge. Bâton is stick. Petit is little. Rouge is red. Little red stick. She's like, oh. She's like, how did you know that? I was like, I took 4 years of French. She's like, I don't even speak French. I was like, it's a stupid language. Go look up how they count. She looks lively. She's getting ready to go to bed. She has to take a low dose of muscle relaxers now, so she's always a little less lively. So my dad was stationed out of Fort Benning during Vietnam, and 25 years later, my ex-brother-in-law was a combat medic out of Fort Benning. I've never been to Fort Benning. I've been to Fort Leonard Wood. Good God, there's nothing there. Fuck, I hate Fort Leonard Wood. Yeah, she definitely looks better than she did when she first went to the hospital. Like let's put it, she was so dehydrated. She was so dehydrated that they wanted her to provide a urine sample. They're like, well, you've got to provide a urine sample. And she's like, I can't. There's nothing coming out. And they're like, but we already gave you a liter of fluid. She goes, and she looked at me and I was like, what do you always? They had to give her a 2nd liter of fluid not before she started peeing, before she could at least provide a urine sample, just a little cup. And she goes, that's all I could get. I hope that's enough. And I was like, what the? I was like, I told you, she's dehydrated. Fort lost in the woods. No, she has not skated for, what's it been, 2 weeks now? Something like that. She can't skate. She can't do anything. Like, she's still, every time she eats, throws up, just not as much. So, like I said, she's still throwing up. She's still throwing up 4 times a day. And we're like, wow, that's so much better. And I'm like, everybody's like, oh, that's way better. And I'm like, it's still not fucking normal. Like, that is not a normal situation. There's nothing at NAS Meridian either. No, or Oceana, Pascagoula. I'll tell you the worst place I've ever been was when one of the guys on my ship failed a PT. They had to attend PT classes led by Marines in Hangar Bay. Me and my buddies would laugh at them and call their club the Fat Boy Club. Dancing Bears. I was in charge of the PFA, the PRT program. I used to have to run the Dancing Bears. I hated it. Like the guys were like, it sucks, man. So we had to be at the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. We ran every morning. We did calisthenics. And they're like, how come we didn't do something fun? I was like, because you didn't fail the fun test. You failed the run, push-ups, sit-ups, and stretch. Well, that's what you fucking failed. So, like, why would I have you guys play basketball if you failed push-ups, sit-ups, and a run? Like, shut up. I didn't make you fail. You drank too much beer and smoked too many cigarettes and didn't go to the gym. I never failed a PRT without a valid reason. I had injuries and just didn't get them done. Fort Leonard Wood. Yeah. Pascagoula. Earl, New Jersey. Worst place I've ever been. Earl, New Jersey. Did you know New Jersey is an old Indian word? It means bad smell. Oh, New Jersey. Go back. We had a kid that would do 100 push-ups every time. And I was like, Angel. It's like, you don't have to do 100. He goes, I can do more. He's like, but why? He's like, once you hit 100, you got a perfect score. He would do 100, and then, like, he scored almost perfect every time. And this guy would run. So I don't know if you've ever been to Okinawa. He would run from White Beach to Kadena. That is an hour-long bus ride. So yeah, Alice is like, I'm from Jacksonville, home of NAS, Jackson, NAS, Mayport, all closed down. Yeah, the closed down Cecil Field. It sucks. My daughter was a hockey player through her youth. She had some health issues, not being able to skate. Yeah, I hate the fact that she's not on the ice. How many likes are we at? I got like 30 people here. I guarantee there's been more than 30 people here. And I'm not getting any likes. What's this? Because the military DFAC is the only place that thinks you need cake and pie at every meal. Once you give in to the fatty cakes, it's... Okay, so when I was on the ship, maybe I didn't PT as much, but I definitely stayed in shape the entire time I was in the military. And when I was on shore duty, like, if you're going to put me somewhere I can run every day, like, they were like, you want to run the PFA stuff? And I was like, what? Like, yeah, you like to run. I was like, yeah, I can do it. And so I ran the Chub Club, the Fat Boys Club, the Dancing Bears. So at like 4:30 every morning, we'd meet up outside the gym. I was going to go for a run anyway. They hated it because guess what? We didn't just run a mile and a half. We ran a minimum 6 miles every morning because guess what? I was going to run 6 miles every morning. And once a week, we'd run 10. There's a lot of times that they'd be coming back in taxis and shit. They're like, that's not fair. I'm like, hey, man, just got to get back in time. I know you're not going to run 10. I was like, I never made them actually run 6. I just made them run till they were, I made them run their mile and a half and then we just tack onto it. 28 likes. That is ridiculous. There were 37 people here, and I guarantee the 28 that are here aren't the same original ones. Guys, I will tell you something. I'm not begging for likes. I want to explain something to you. When you watch a video on YouTube, there's a handful of things that help a channel. Subscriptions, definitely. Sharing videos gets you new. Likes are interactions. Dropping comment, hitting likes, those are the best things you can do for a channel. If you're watching people's videos and you're not dropping likes, I hate to say it, but you're kind of a dick. Every time I watch a video, every video I watch, if I watch it for more than 15, like if I click on it, I'm like, I'm not watching it. If I watch it for more than 30 seconds, I'm hitting the like button. You know why? Because I got at least some entertainment value. And the fact is that the likes are interactions. If you don't like it, give it a dislike. I don't care. YouTube views that as an interaction, and if people are interacting, it pushes your channel further up the algorithm. So not just my channel. If you watch a channel and you watch a video for more than 30 seconds and you don't hit the like button, shame on you. They do it for free. Like, I enjoy doing live feeds, but like, I know no one here saying, I'm here making free content for you. No one wants to hear it. No one wants to say it because it makes you look like a douchebag. But the fact is, they are. Like, you don't, unless you're paying for like YouTube Prime, YouTube Premium, which there's a better chance of me signing up for a fucking rectal exam than paying YouTube for free content. Like, I'm just gonna say, like, the YouTube Premium, I can watch a 30-second fucking commercial. I grew up in an era where there was no DVR. You couldn't skip commercials. So I'm like, YouTube Premium, like, would you like YouTube Premium? I'm like, no. There's a better chance I'm gonna let you fucking stick a camera up my ass without numbing me than me paying YouTube any money. They barely pay me. So, like I said, if you are watching a video that someone has put up and you don't hit that like button if you watch it for more than 30 seconds, you hit the like button, shame on you. Shame on you. They have entertained you at least enough for you to take your fat fucking finger and go click. You can even do it on people like, oh, I watched it on PlayStation. I can't do it. Guess what? Yes, you can. Hit up on the left thumbstick. And I know this because I watch YouTube on my PS5 all the time. Hit up on the left analog stick. You'll get a little thing that'll show you the channel, show you all the other things that you can do, add the subtitles. Guess what? There's a thumbs up and thumbs down there. If you didn't know that, shame on you, because I'm 48 years old and I know technology better than you. Shame on you. Finally made under 100 pounds or 200 pounds this first time in 40 years. But did thanks to reminders. Thumbs up. Couldn't. There's the shorts are weird. I don't know how they work. I know you like dicks, Kyle. What the fuck? I'm definitely a dick, but I hit the like button. So eat me, Mike. I didn't call anyone out in particular. What is this? My channel's hot garbage. I get a lot of dislikes. Hey, man, YouTube doesn't. I tell people all the time, like, man, who downvoted that video? And I'm like, who fucking cares? Downvote, upvote, doesn't matter. I got news for you. You watch everything I do and you say you hate me. If you say you hate me, but yet you watch everything I do at least enough to downvote it, bitch, you're still a fucking fan. I don't fucking care. Drop stupid things in the comment section. I don't care. I'll block you and you can still drop. Like, I block people in the comment section when they get abusive towards other people and shit like that. But then they get mad and they keep dropping dislikes. And I'm like, guess what, fucker? Joke's on you. YouTube doesn't count those any differently. It's still an interaction. So, how old is she? She's 15. Started getting really sick, stress. Most of my 187. It's a physical syndrome. It's a muscle spasm. It's not just mental stress. It's something that she's gonna have to deal with a long time. Fuck here. Nah, bro. YouTube Premium is tits. No ads, full access to YouTube Music, which is Google. Guess what? It's a Monday night at 9 o'clock at night, and I'm hanging out with y'all. Do y'all think I really have a lot of time to consume much content? I was filming videos. There is a video up for tomorrow already. And I mean, like, do you guys really think that I have a lot of time to consume very much content? Even when I'm not working, I'm still working. I'm doing comments and I'm making thumbnails, and I'll be sitting here. My wife was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working. She's like, doing what? I'm like, I make thumbnails on my phone. With the editing software. It's an online editing software. It's Canva. So I make my thumbnails on here. I don't mind. Like, you can say shit about me. I don't care. There's two things that will get your comment taken down. Is if you put something up that is absolutely incorrect. Like, if you're telling someone that You know, if you're telling someone something and it's absolutely off base and not true. Like if you're trying to tell someone that the Sabenza, you're like, no, the Sabenza runs on bearings, and you're absolutely wrong, I'll block that comment just because it's stupid. If you're abusive, like you can say shit about me. I usually don't fucking care as long as you're not being like horribly abusive. I don't care. It's when you start putting stuff in the comment section that's derogatory towards someone, that is one of the no words that YouTube doesn't want us talking about. No topics. I like to keep this pretty much politically free. Every once in a while, I'll drop like a little political insight into what I think. But basically, it takes a good bit for me to block you, unless somebody makes a comment and you start treating them like shit. Or if someone is in the chat and you start treating them like crap. Like, I have absolute control over that. And I don't like people picking or making fun of people that are in my chat. If you're there and you're enjoying the content, then you should not be berated by someone just because you made a comment. Like, there's no reason for that, and it's bullshit. I won't tolerate it. So, you know, and people are like, oh, it's bullshit, censorship. I'm like, you are in my garage. Like right now, I'm in my garage. I'm in my garage, and the way I look at it is I have invited you into my home. If you went to someone's house and started talking bad about one of their friends that were there, like if you went to a friend's house and they had somebody else they invited over that started treating you like shit, and your friend didn't get up and grab them by the seat of the pants, toss them out, then you probably wouldn't want to be there anymore. That's the way I look at it. You all are my friends. You're in my house. Treat my house the respect you would if you were here personally. Because while I can't get up and throw you out physically, there's a little button over here where I just click on it and I can make you disappear from the entire channel forever. Don't make fun of you. I'm tired of being harassed. Oh, you picked the wrong channel. You have so picked the wrong channel. What the fuck did I miss? All of it, David. I've been here for an hour and a half. You have missed what did I miss? Every fucking thing. David, here's how it works. If you show up an hour and a half into something and say, what did I miss? You should already know the answer, Jarhead. Everything. You fucking missed it all. I was thinking about ending. Jesus Christ, David. Oh, okay. Well, so Aiden talked to my friend Dave, 2A Dave, one of the paying members. He's been to the house a couple times. And they got together, conspired to get me some dangerously strong giggle grass. I got into that stuff on Saturday. Everybody was like, well, did you fix your internet? And I'm like, no, I didn't, because I forgot. And I just kind of, at one point, I'm not gonna lie, I was laying on the floor on this rug out here in the studio, just laying there, just laying there. Beard of Doom, are you leaving? Beard of Doom, thank you very much for donating those gift memberships. Beard of Doom did it again. If you guys weren't here, I got a half an ounce of something. I don't need anything for a while, Patina. I mean, I'll always take it. I'm back from the fifth dimension, Mike. I'll come back. Yeah, I actually, you know what I want to do? I might do it tonight. Paying members, if you guys want, we might watch a movie because I am overly caffeinated. Overly caffeinated. So I'll set up here and I'll tell you what, we'll end this in about 5-10 minutes. I owe the paying members this. If they want to do it, if not, we'll see. Paying members are here. What do you guys think? We're going to watch Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. I believe that's what it is. Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, whatever it is. It's fun. So couldn't see my hands for 2 hours. I can't see my hands because they're in your lap. Oh, there they are. Oh, fuck, I lost them again. We can watch that if you guys want. That'll be fun because I'm believing that I'm probably going to pack the glass saxophone with that stuff. So, Yeah, we can probably do that if you guys want. I know it's late for a lot of you guys. We can hold off till the weekend if you want. It's up to y'all. Paying members, go onto the Gilded server and let me know if that's what you want to do. Hey. So what I was saying is camping with Steve at the beginning. Hey, Robert's a paying member. How did that happen? Mock Clown, Robert. Robert, did you become a paying member? How? Oh, Robert got a gift membership. That's how it happened. So yeah. Yeah. Nico, you want to watch it? Stopped in real quick. Beware. Hey, Winston. Hey, man, I am so sorry that I didn't. So Winston, the guy that sent me this shirt, great dude, has supported the channel a lot. I apologize. I was so upset about, like, I had planned things that I wanted to do for that film shoot on Saturday, and it kind of got canceled. And then with all the stuff that was going on with the kid, I was just kind of in a bad mood. I know it wasn't. There's nothing anybody could do about it. So I just shot and filmed, and the phone that you have is the business phone. The phone number you have is the business phone. I was like, shit. I didn't even plug it in. Like I plugged it in when you got the text from me. I had plugged it in. I was like, shit. It was on the end table next to the love seat back here behind me. So I apologize. Camping? What kind of camp? David, did you? You know what? Reading David's comments sometimes is like, it's like, is this what it feels like to have a stroke? So let's see here. Is anybody? I'm watching the Gilded server. So Mock Clown joined. Will B says, "Hey, Clown." Guys, here is what. So we have. Oh, that is weird. That is weird. So I sent the guys a picture and I was like, hey, it's kind of cool out here tonight. Look at that. I didn't even think about that. But we're constantly chatting and sending links and things to each other. So I give them a heads up of what videos are coming up and stuff like that. So David always forgets to check the Gilded server, but that's where I put up links to movie night and stuff like that. So, right, David? Right? Isn't that weird? I took a picture of myself in front of the green screen. This is a green screen, David. I'm not really on a roof. That's a green screen, and I edited in. It's not real. I can show you. See? See? It's green screen. It's not really there. So at any rate, I took a picture of myself and I was like, guys, it's kind of chilly. It's like 66 degrees. I'm like, it's flannel weather. So David's so bummed you blew his mind like you're floating. He's a wizard. So I gotta go. You should watch Steel Magnolias. Take it easy, Knife Man. Come back and hang out again. Say abracadabra. Guys, did you know? David's going to get a kick out of this one. You ready? Allah Akbar is just Arabic for World Star Hip Hop. David got that. I guarantee David got that one. Yes. Bye, Maurice. So at any rate, yeah, if you guys want to do that, if you're paying member, if you guys want to do it, I'll put up a link. I'm probably still gonna watch the movie, whether you guys show up or not. But just so you know. Guys, I probably am gonna end this though, because You are just warping. War Pig. That's a good song. It's a really good song. Yeah, Aloha Snack Bar. It's true though. I mean, think about it. I heard that joke. I heard that joke years ago. I told a buddy of mine that, and he was like literally had to sit down. I called. I was. David will get a kick out of this one too. So I was over at MCRD, which Marine Corps Recruit Depot here in San Diego, and I had stopped at the gas station, which the gas station at MCRD is right across from the obstacle course, the O course. It's right. So there's the gas station, and then there's the Child Development Center. Right behind it is the O course. And I heard a drill sergeant. Tearing into a recruit. And I heard him say the following phrase. He's like, "You are lying. There is no way you're that stupid. You cannot be that fucking stupid." He's like, "You must have been possessed by a retarded ghost." And I was like, oh my God. And immediately I called my buddy who's in New York, my buddy Richard. He was in the Army. And I called him and I relayed to him the story that I had heard. And I was like, that's the best. I called him and he's like, "I got to go," and hung up. And then he called me back. And he goes, "Bro," he's like, "everyone at the quickie stop I was at thought that I had a mental issue." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "You called me and told me that." He's like, "I started laughing so hard." He's like, "I heard you say that." He's like, "I started laughing so hard, I couldn't breathe, and I had to take a knee in the aisle." He's like, "I was laughing hysterically at a goddamn gas station where I stopped to pick up a Snickers and a Coke." And I was like, "Really?" He's like, I was like, "I would have paid to see that." And he goes, "I'm pretty sure the people that were there would have too." He's like, "I wasn't ready for that one." He's like, I was not ready for you to drop that on me." So you heard my drill sergeant yelling at me. This has been a few years ago. I was over there. I was filling up. It probably still is the cheapest place to get diesel this side of Miramar. And I was like, good God, that is classic right there. That is some classic boot camp DI right there. So guys, I'm going to end this mainly because, well, I got to poop. I don't think you all want to wait, and I'm not taking y'all with me. So I'm going to end this, and we will probably, if you're a paying member, you'll see a link pop up in the Gilded server for movie night. Even if you're not going to watch it, I'm going to be watching it. So I'll see you all later. This has been a lot of fun. I'm glad we're back to Monday. Wednesday, we'll think of something for Wednesday. This was Mystery Monday because, like, flying into it, I'm like, we'll call it Mystery Monday. And people are like, why? And I'm like, because I ain't got a fucking clue what I'm going to do. So, like I said, if you were gifted a membership or if you are a member, you guys, there's a lot of stuff that happens in that Gilded server. I honestly think that's like David, 2A Davis said it. That's the best benefit I have for any of my paying members. So I will talk to you all later. Anybody that has the little logo next to their name, make sure you're on that Gilded server. I'll post up another link to it in the community tab. So love y'all. Nico, are you going to watch the movie? You going to watch it? So, at any rate, yeah, I'll see you guys later. It's been a lot of fun. Like I said, I will probably see some of you on movie night here on StreamYard, just not live. Guys, I'm out. I love y'all. If you dropped a super chat, thank you very much. If you didn't drop a super chat, just hanging out, thanks for stopping by. Make sure you hit the like button. Like I said, if you watch a video, not mine, I'm not going to say, but if you watch any video for more than 30 seconds, and you don't drop a like, well, you're a dick. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Don't be guilty of dickery or bullfuckery. Any way you look at it. Guys, I love you all. I will talk to you later. Keep your eyes open for that link to pop up momentarily in the Gilded server. I will see you guys later. You guys want to... fuck it. I'm not even going to ask. You guys get a countdown on the way out.
29.
28.
27.
26. 25.
24.
23.
22. 21.
20.
19.
18.
17.
16.
15.
14.
13. 12.
11.
Take.
8.
6.
6. What happened to 7?
7.
5.
4.
3.
2. 1. 0.
Hadn't seen that in a while. I thought I'd break it out for you. Guys, I love you all. Take it easy. All 12 of you, they're still here. I'll see you later. I'm out.